Hi people, just coming in with a new video. This time it's going to be a red star in which I want to show what happens when a rogue interceptor starts moving along and trying to kill everything. So let's get started on this red star. So it happens that this red star is a level 7 red star, and we only did this with 3 players. I am here at the top here, and my Croyd, which I'll be going for, is over here. And I usually wait to see where these destroyers head to. So I'm stopped there a bit until I decide that I have actually 2 planets next to me and I could choose one. My mates over here, my teammates, are going to team up at the bottom there while I'm going to clean up those 2 planets. So let's see what happens. Here I go to the nearby planet. These nearby planets I never have time to load up on arts, and so here we go. I have a double Colossus, which isn't too easy, and I have a double bomber situation over here, so this ain't gonna be easy. And on top of it I have a destroyer heading to the double bomber sector, so I'm a bit worried because I usually take quite a bit of time, and when I do this I usually concentrate a lot. It's really difficult for me, and I usually become a bit late in retrieving artifacts because of that. So let's just see how this goes. Walking into this sector with the double Colossus and onto the first droid. On that first droid I'm attracting all those other little ships, wiping them out and waiting for the double Colossus to come in. My strategy here is to do an EMP and catch those 2 Colossus in the same EMP. I like doing that because I disable both of them, and while I kill one, the other one is not firing on me. There I go, I'm leaving with one of my ships to do an EMP, leaving for the planet. And once I see that my ships are firing on a Colossus, I'll do the EMP, and of course out of range of my other ships, right? There we go. And so I have a laser 10. You can see my weaponry. Laser 10, 10 passive. I have Sank, I have EMP, and I have time warp on that chip. As you can see, my laser 10 really ramps up, and this thing will give me something like 800 destructibility. And so they take down a Colossus quite quickly. I have actually two ships with laser. I used to have a level 12 battery. I changed it to laser also. Level 12 battery is good because it takes up the slack while the laser is ramping. But this time I wanted to try 2 lasers and see if the kill time is shorter, and it actually is a bit shorter. It gives me quite a bit of leverage, so I can actually kill these big ships in a quicker time. It takes me a bit of time. They're really big. They have something like 50,000 in hull, and that takes quite a bit of time to bring them down. Right? Now I'm taking down 2 Colossus, 50,000 hull in each one. I mean, you know, if I wasn't for laser, I don't know how I would do it. I have a third ship. The third ship has battery. I'm actually bringing this mass battery up to level 9 now. So at level 8 when I did this raid. And before level 8 it really is quite weak, so I only started using it about level 8. And when I got to the level 7 red stars, where we have these bombers, we shoot a lot of rockets at us, and the mass battery really works out well in that kind of situation. Now I'm off to the second planet, and I'm a bit worried because at the second planet with the double bomber situation I already have a destroyer. And the destroyer is already working to destroy that planet, and I have a bit more than 1.5 minutes to get there. So I've switched on my time walk, and I'm trying to get over to that sector to wipe out those bombers, and especially that destroyer. I have to go to this adjacent sector first. I have to wait to kill these ships because I don't want to leave any stragglers behind. Because after this, I'm going to send my transport ships. And if I left those stragglers behind, they would wipe out my transport ships. So I want a clean route to those planets for my transport ships. So I'm taking the time to clear them up. Already receiving those bomber missiles. I'm moving up and going to the sector, but I'm taking a chance here because I'm not going directly to the planet where I already have a bomber, and that's always dangerous, going to a place where a bomber is, because when they shoot a rocket and you're firing at them, you're occupied firing at them, they shoot a rocket to the planet, and those rockets are really terrible. They really have destructive powers, so it's usually good to go by them and not directly at them. Now I just wiped out the destroyer with a flyby, caught the other bomber with my barrier. Both bombers are stopped there. They can fire at me anyway, but the rockets will also be barriered. They have quite a bit of destructive power. As you can see, that rocket went off and took a bit of my shield there. And there you see two lasers working, really working well to kill that bombers. I mean, these bombers have also something like 50,000, I think it is now. Not sure about it, but you can look that up later. There goes a rocket to the planet. Managed to kill it, but it's not easy. Now I'm a bit in doubt here. How am I going to get this bomber without going directly to it? I have no other rocks near this one, so I'm going to have to try and goad it into going to another rock and see if I can get it on the way there. It's not easy. You know that bombers run away from you. So while I'm moving to this rock, he's already moving to another rock. So I really want to catch him off on between two rocks. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to go up, see if I can catch him there before he leaves my range. That's not going to work. So what do I do next? Next I'm going to send one ship with an EMP and disable that bomber, then send in the rest of my fleet and kill it. In the process, I'm going to take a rocket to the face, which isn't the best situation, but I know that you guys don't like using EMP in raids with bombers, but I gotta say, I mean, EMP is one of the best mods out there. I use it a hell of a lot, and I even use it in my raids. And in this situation here, well, it's not the best situation for an EMP, but it works. I mean, it's not shooting any rockets at me. I'm close by. Any rocket would really affect me, and that's what's going to happen as soon as it's no longer disabled. And that's another 2 seconds. 1 second, there it is. It's moving again, and it's going to shoot a rocket. And I'm not. It's going to shoot a rocket to the same roid that I'm on. Here it comes. I'm going to take a rocket to the face. I mean, that thing is really powerful. Those rockets. And I'm moving to the other rock and finally killed it. Now I'm going to look at the general situation. Everybody's already hauling. And I'm not. I've used half of my time just to clean those two sectors, and then now I'm bringing in my transport ships very late indeed. And I don't have a direct route to all the planets because I haven't cleaned them up. I see that the Croyd sector is now also free, so I'll be sending one of my miners over there to harvest that Croyd. Sending my transports the old-fashioned way. As they say, Bronze Age transportation. Instead of using tele, I use the normal method of going around. A bit distracted sending my miner over there to the Croyd, and I hadn't switched on time warp for my my transport ships I already have. Now that situation is already on course, and so I have decided to send my battleships down here. Start cleaning everything up. I'm also looking at my mates down there, and I see they're attacking a Colossus over here. They're in a bit of a stressful situation, so but I thought they would solve it. We'll see just now what happened to them while I was up there cleaning those two sectors. I mean, when I'm concentrating clearing these sectors, and usually I'm alone, I mean, I'm so concentrated I don't see anything else. I'm just so concentrated in seeing what I'm going to do here. I don't even see any other sectors. I don't see what my mates are doing. I don't see anything. That's why I become so late in retrieving arts. Now my transport ship train is moving up. I didn't go directly because before I had that sector where my battleships are was laden with Serbs. It's cleared now. So my mate over here is moving his transport directly while I moved indirectly. I'm going to clean that sector up there. But looking over here, well, something's happened. Wasn't too great, so I see I'll probably have to give a hand there because I also want a third planet. My transport ships can take the arts from 3 planets. I would prefer, of course, to take all arts out, but I just don't have that capability yet. So I know that I can take out 3 planets. A 4th planet that I have there will not be farmed, and that's how it is. I usually leave 1 planet untouched, unfortunately. I know that's a lot of arts out there that I don't take, but I take as much as I can, unless there is extra time, you know, from Red Star Extenders. I have no other way, no other solutions but to get 3 planets only. Now I'm concentrating on my transport ships, sending them down to another planet that was already cleared. Oh no, this is wait, this is one of my teammates. I'm already sending my battleships down. I have seen that there's a situation here on this planet where there's still a Colossus waiting there. Let me just see how much a Colossus has. Yeah, 40,000 hull strength. Huh? 40,000. That's how big a Colossus is. Mates are sending out Red Star Extenders, and I'm cutting down, so got a bit more time. I'm going to clear that first sector out so that I can reach the planet with my transport ships. I've already got my Croyd, so I'm concentrating now on mining a bit more on Hydra. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of Red Star Extenders. I only usually have 1, and it's on one of my miners. I think it's on this one. Yeah, I haven't used it yet, but I will. And I see Red Star Extenders going off all over the place. I mean, I only have 1. And I got quite a lot of technology, but Red Star Extenders actually isn't a bad level I've got, but I only have 1. I only have 1. Why? Because I need my transport ships with other mods, and so I don't put Red Star Extenders on them. Reaching that sector there, clearing out those Serbs over there while my transport ships are coming down. The intention is to kill that Colossus there at the 4th planet. I've already killed 2 planets, so this will be my 3rd. And unless I have time, I'll be leaving that 4th planet alone, but still I want to kill that Colossus. Especially because I also want to do the bar. The bar is not full, as you can see. I have a little bit to fill up on the bar. So I'm sending out 1 battleship with its EMP to disable that Colossus. Then I'll be sending in the other 2 ships to kill it. But I'm a bit of a stressful situation here because I sent the first one out and the second is still there with a time walk, and I might be catching that first one and still be in range of it before it EMPs, but no, seems to work out. There goes another red star extender. EMP coming in with the rest of my 2 ships. Not even loading yet. I'm concentrating on the Colossus and I'm not loading. Like I say, I'm very focused on what I'm doing at the moment, but that's not very good. You need a bit of multitasking here on this. One of my ships is a straggler. It's actually loaded to actually 3. It's already 4, so it's going to do nothing there. Sending my transport ships back to the gate. I already killed the Colossus with a little bit of help from a teammate. And now the situation with the rogue interceptor is about to happen. And this is a bit what you must be careful of, because activating a sector with an interceptor, with a serve interceptor, and if you die before you clean that sector, and I mean this teammate will die because not much hull is left there. What's going to happen? That scepter, that interceptor, the only one that there is in this sector, will be activated with no target around. So it's going to be searching for another target. And usually the first target it goes for are the weak ships. And the weak ships are the transport ships or minor ships. So it looks for the weakest ships, not for other battleships. And I mean, I'm seeing my teammate go, I'm seeing my train go up, and I'm seeing my fleet also go up to help a teammate there clean that sector, because with the ship that they've got, that's not going to happen. But I'm a bit late, and my teammate is going in there, guns blazing, but of course no hull to withstand all that pressure. And let's see what's going to happen. I mean, the Colossus moving in, and there goes the scepter. And where's that scepter going? Yeah, look, it's going for minor. I mean, I was very happy not to see that scepter go after my train. Very happy. I mean, I sent out a message already. You don't see it here in this replay, but I'm sending out a message and telling my mates that this interceptor is on course to kill our ships. I mean, my ships are coming in, I'm wiping out the whole sector, but I'm really worried where that interceptor is going, because I'm seeing this miner over here, I'm seeing these 2 transport ships also moving out, so I'm going to abandon my operation, my cleaning operations in that sector. I'm going after the interceptor, and I'm just wondering if I will get there in time. I'm going to lose that 3rd ship, actually the ship that I need in this situation. I lost it. Why did I need it? Because I needed that time warp. It was the only ship that I had, my only battleship, time warp. So I'm a bit slow at catching that interceptor. I needed that time warp, but I don't have it anymore. So I'm still on course. I've left that sector, didn't kill it, didn't wipe everything out. My ships are already at the gate, so any problems, they will zip out quickly. And I'm trying to get to that interceptor. And I'm hoping that it won't go after this transport. It didn't. It's still focused on its first target, which was that miner. Miner, fortunately, was warned in time and has quite an advance. And it might be able to save itself by warping out from the gate before that interceptor reaches there. Okay, so guys, be careful with rogue interceptors, because they can really go haywire and mess everything up. I mean, I've lost an entire fleet of 5 transport ships more than once to rogue interceptors. I mean, look at that. The miner was saved. Interceptor is still going to its target. Once it reaches there and finds no target, it will be searching for a new one. I am on course there, and I'm hoping that I'll get there before it starts moving again. So the interceptor didn't kill anyone, which is really quite lucky, and I might still get there before it moves out to kill it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, all ships are safe. Teammates have got their fill. Moving out. Red Star's ending. I'm going to wipe out that Interceptor. It's coming into range. And die, little Scepter, die. You did your function well. Too well, in fact. And I really hope that you die and don't cause any more trouble. And there you go. Killing that Scepter. My transport ships are at the gate. When time runs out, since they're at the gate, they will automatically transport to my sector. No harm done. Quite safe. Okay. Bar's been filled, as you can see over here. And that was a successful Red Star. I mean, I took out a sector with double Colossus and another sector with double Bomber. Didn't lose any ships. Even had a rogue Interceptor. And we still didn't lose any ships. So that was quite lucky for everybody. And it was quite a successful little Red Star. So thanks for watching and subscribe.